All right, everybody. Oh, happy day. I hope you're doing insanely well. In this video, I'm going to help you understand the captive agent fails of the industry so that you don't find yourself in a position of frustration. You don't find yourself in a position where you find this out too little too late. I'm going to give you everything you need to know and some things that your captive insurance agency is never going to want you to understand or be exposed to. So I hope you enjoy this content today. I'm going to deliver it to you. So I hope you're ready. Before I dump into this with you, jasonfinalexpense.com. I do run a national insurance agency. I partner and I recruit agents across this nation to sell life, Medicare, and annuities face to face, but more importantly, in the telespace. I'm crazy proud of the men and women that partner and join with me. We work together as such a fun team, and I'm proud of every man and woman that does the hard work and the heavy lifting. So I'm going to get after this with you. And if you need any free resources, feel free to reach out on my website. They're free for the taking, and I appreciate you joining with me today. So when you start off as a captive insurance agent, a lot of times you don't find out the devil's in the details. You don't realize that you're not as competitive as sometimes your independent insurance agents that surround you, and you're going to feel like you're getting attacked and you're getting a chargeback nightmare because you're not as competitive as what the offerings that they bring to the table are. So when you're a one-trick pony, and that's not a negative thing, but it's just a fact of life. You're going to find this out when you're a captive insurance agent sooner, hopefully, than later. When you only represent one company, you don't have the competitive advantage of others around you that can offer many different products at maybe a better price. So, for example, if you're selling, let's say, $10,000 of final expense or whole life insurance at, let's say, $50 a month, and your competitor comes in at $30 to $38 a month, it's real money. These sweet people need to eat. They may have a relationship with you, but your business isn't going to stick and stay. It's going to go the way of the dodo bird. And that other independent insurance agent is going to come in and take your commission from you. That's no way to capitalize. So understand, when you are a captive insurance agent, you're just not as competitive as maybe your independent agents that surround you and that are around you. You just got to be real with yourself and understand that this is just the way of the industry. So captive insurance agents do the good work, not trying to disparage you. You're deliberate, you're doing amazing work, but you're just not as competitive most times. Not all the time, but most times you're just not as competitive. And a lot of other agents will come in, you lose, they take your business, you get hit with a chargeback because other folks have a better price that allows the independent agent to propel themselves forward and higher because you just didn't have the competitive advantage. So captive insurance agents just don't have the ability to be as competitive because you're not allowed to compete. One is none, two is one. So as an independent insurance agent, you have the competitive advantage, but you've got to be trained. You got to be in a place that you understand how to benefit your consumer first, you second. As a captive insurance agent, you just don't have that ability to compete in the industry because your company won't allow you to. It's not your fault. It's just where you've found yourself. And this is what takes place sometimes. And there's nothing wrong with starting off captive. Confession's good for the soul. I used to be a captive insurance agent, and I've done insurance combined with my telesales background for 2+ decades, 20+ years. And let me share with you, I didn't know any better either. So I'm not knocking you, but you've got to acknowledge the fact that sometimes you're just not as competitive. And unfortunately, you lose your lunch money to an independent insurance agent. Same way in the annuity space. You come in and you're giving them a 4% bonus vested over maybe 4 years. And independent insurance agent can't talk. An independent insurance agent comes in with an 8 or a 10% immediately, realized bonus, plus better participation rates if an if it's an equity index annuity product, or maybe a fixed annuity product, you're in the twosies, they come in the threesies, foursies as far as an interest rate. Who are you going to do business with? You or them? You wouldn't do business with yourself if you didn't have the competitive advantage. So understand your client is going to look at real numbers, real value to them. The independent insurance agent a lot of times wins, not all the time. Sometimes captive insurance agencies have certain products that no one else can sell, but the long-term viability of your products when you're not as competitive and you don't have as much competition out there, you're not going to be able to sometimes capitalize the same way that your independent counterparts can. So a captive agent fail is finding yourself where all you can use is one tool. You won't be as profitable as your independent competitors, most likely. So that is captive agent fail number one. Captive agent fail number two is the fact that sometimes you don't even own and control your block of business. Let me share with you that's no good. You're working really hard. Sometimes you came into a career briefing, a rah-rah session, they sold you the dream. Well, it was their dream, not your dream. And then you realize, I just involved myself with a captive insurance agency and I'm not competitive. I'm experiencing a lot of chargebacks. Can I go sell this product? And they tell you no. Well, there's no way for you to move up unless you move the heck out. And when you leave a captive insurance agency, let me share with you, sometimes that business stays with the captive insurance agency and does not go with you. So you found yourself in an environment where, I just got a captive insurance fail because I built the dream for somebody else, didn't even know it. It wasn't deliberate, but it took place. So understand, when you are a captive insurance agent, please read your contract. Make sure that you own and control your entire block of business so that you don't get into a position where you lose out on all your hard work. Don't build someone else's dream, build your own destiny. Build your own dynasty by being deliberate in owning and controlling your entire block of business. That's a massive fail for captive insurance agents when you've done this to yourself with, my goodness, you didn't mean to, but it takes place. So make sure that you own and control your block of business. A lot of captive agencies will make you LOA. They own everything and you own virtually nothing, so that when you finally wake up from the Kool-Aid drinking and realize, I'm not as competitive, you lose everything. So make sure you understand your vesting schedule. Make sure that you understand that you can be in a position where you can be a beast in the industry. A lot of captive insurance agencies, they will never want you to know that you can be more competitive, that you can take care of your prospects in a better way. They just don't want you to know this. And because the fact is, if you did, you would go do maybe better for your client. Maybe you would earn more commissions. And another fail that they're not going to want you to know about is the fact that a captive insurance agent sometimes is making a lot less commission. A lot of captive insurance agents that I talk to across this nation make 40 to 60% commission selling life insurance and whole life and even final expense life. It's insane. They sell Medicare Advantage and they're making half of street level and they didn't even know any better. You can make so much more money as an independent insurance agent compared to our captive insurance agent competitors. And it doesn't mean that captive insurance agents aren't doing the good work. You all are. You're doing great work. You're doing the heavy lifting, not meaning to disparage you by any stretch, but I hope I can save you some grief by understanding when you only sell one product, you're not as competitive and you get replaced a lot. Understanding that you're in a position that, my goodness, maybe you didn't want to be. Do you own and control your block of business, or does the company own everything? You want to engage with eyes wide open, not like a lot of agents that start out in this industry getting shined on, drinking the Kool-Aid and not understanding how to capitalize, but put yourself into a position where you can take care of your prospects, not get replaced because you've got the best handshakes in the industry and you're being compensated fairly and appropriately. Being paid full street level like the men and women that partner with me is amazing. It's nice to be paid what you're worth, and it's nice to be taking care of our prospects in the best way possible. We don't get replaced much, if at all, because we are the most competitive in the industry. For example, captive insurance agent isn't able sometimes to even give guaranteed issue handshakes. They're not able to help clients that have card business. This happens. I was talking to a captive agent this week, and they were shocked that we could take card business. I'm like, really? We've been doing this a long time. They were like flabbergasted because they can't take care of these great people that take card business. And if that's you, it's, my goodness, causing you to be in an environment where you're not as competitive, you're not making all the money that you could, and more importantly, you're not taking care of your prospects sometimes like maybe you could. So a captive agent fail is being in a position where you only sell one product, you can't sell guaranteed issue products, maybe you're not vested day one, maybe you're in a position where you can't take everybody's hand and give them value. As an independent insurance agent, if they've got a pulse, you've got a product to guard these sweet families, but own and control your block of business, own and control your destiny. And there's even captive insurance agencies that hand out your leads to you. It's like your good work. That's no place to get ahead in life or in your career. They don't want you knowing that you can accelerate your career much further along than a lot of times a captive insurance agent can, because they limit you. They put a ceiling on you, or what they call the golden handcuffs. They make you just happy enough to stay, but not in a position where you can dominate the industry and move forward in better ways. I used to be a captive insurance agent, and I had one of their territorial vice presidents say, Jason, if you ever go independent, you'll never make it. You'll never make the money. You'll never make the wealth. It's too tough out there. Well, let me share with you, that was a load of lies. Okay, if you know what I know, you'll do what I do. And let me share with you, there's no life like the independent agent life. It's amazing. It's invigorating. We can take care of our consumers like nobody else. And a captive insurance agent is doing the good work. It's not your fault. You're finding great products to guard these families with, but you will find yourself in a position where you get a lot more chargebacks. You won't be able to take the business that you could if you're more competitive and in your clients, okay, corner with some of the most amazing handshakes in the industry. So if you're a captive insurance agent, you're not failing, you're doing the good work. But as a captive insurance agent, will you be replaced a lot? Yes. Will you make the same money that an independent insurance agent will? Well, probably not. But will you be in a position where you're just happy enough to stay? Well, possibly. So if you need any help at all, or if you need some perspective on how to powerfully move forward in this amazing industry, by all means, reach out, jasonfinalexpense.com, and I hope this content helped you today. Thanks for watching. Continue doing the good work if you're a captive insurance agent. And if you want to know how to break free and blast forward in more powerful ways, reach out. I'll serve it any way I can. I appreciate you. Bye-bye.